Okay. Says I'm live. I forgot I was doing a live. 8:30 kind of snuck up on me. Wow. Okay. What's up? Who's all here? Everyone's here. Let's see. Jeff, I think it's Jeff Ayers. I think I kind of recognize that name. Carlos is here. Duggar's here. Slow Boy Fuel Pump. Interesting name. Fedora Gent. Tony's checking in from Albuquerque. Ben Proud. Todd. Just got my watch from Todd today. The Marine Master 300 Zimby edition. Bean Boy's here. Tennessee Mike is here. Nate Dog joining in. Chris YZ80's here. Doug's here. One Eye Woody's here. I think you have a bunch of different usernames, don't you? Let's see. Yeah, my rich friend Todd. He's probably a little less rich now, though, because I think he invested in some other stuff. So we'll see. Joe Smoke and Dan is here. Celine Driver, my chat posts aren't posting. Literally is posting. I just highlighted it. Maybe you got timed out. My buddy, excuse me, Desire 68 Frogman, Michael is chiming in. I just got done watching your Monday video. Thanks for posting those. Michael and I had a conversation, and he kind of wanted to do like a bit of a push on his channel, and he asked me advice. And every time another channel asks me advice, I basically tell them I know they don't want to hear it, but I'm like, post a video every day. So we'll see if he can do it. It's not for everybody, that's for sure. All right. Well, I'll keep an eye on your comments, Dane, and if you get out of control, then I'll put you in timeout. Colt 357, Python is here. I was from South Carolina. I'm going to be driving through your state probably in a couple of months. I will not take my Colt 357 Python with me, but I will be driving through your state. Hopefully you authorize my passage. Travis from Trap Vision 3D is here. Thank you for joining. Gonna do it, Rob, every day for the rest of the year. It's a big ask, and I know you're fired up right now. I don't want to and you can do it. And if you ever are in a slump, what I think you should do is just hit me up, call me, text me, and be like, "Yeah, I got nothing. Give me an idea or something, and I'll shoot you an idea." And vice versa. Like you might be able to shoot an idea to me too. Yep, I watched Larry C's build today, Nate Dog. That was a very cool Namoki Slim build with that kind of like a slate green dial. Very good build. And Nate and Larry does really good build videos for sure. Dr. Bob's Nightmares rocking the Mudmaster today from G-Shock. How's the Civic build coming? I don't have a Civic right now. The green Civic that I gave to my son, he's still working on it. Actually, he's working on his Honda Fit conversion into like a more of a snow type fit build right now. So he's lifting it and putting bigger snow tires on it, and they put new brakes on it and stuff like that. So he's in the process of doing that, but he's still working on that sedan as well. Are we talking about that Fit? Yeah, the Fit is nuts. I can't believe he's doing what he's doing, but what are you gonna do? So, let me read some more comments here. Minipolitan says RR is up to 4,585 vids on YouTube. A vid a day will take you 12.5 years to catch up. Yeah, it's ridiculous how many videos I have. As far as cars go, I drove the Accord today, the V6 Accord, and I really like it. I don't want to get rid of that car, but I think it doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm like rationalizing both owning it and not owning it, but I might let it go. We'll see. So, and I might tell Leslie about it because she might want it. I don't know. So Yeah, that might happen. I'm gonna get the Forerunner back, and I'm thinking about modding that. I might give it a slight lift, a little bit different tires, front and rear bumpers. And I've owned some off-road vehicles, but I've never like built one. So, gee, no orange camo. I can fix that for you, bud. So, Ginger Down Under is checking in. Love that yellow Raven. I wore that yellow Raven today. That was the watch I wore today. But I just got this guy. Let me switch cameras. I just got this guy in today, which is the Marine Master 300, but in the Zimby colorway. Picked this up from Todd, Colorado Possum, in the chat, and it's on a Uncle's Beads of Rice. I mean, I showed this video or this watch on video when I did his collection. So when he offered it to me, I know he was trying to pump up some capital. I felt bad, but also like I wanted the watch. So yeah, first impressions on it, Todd, is I had the first impressions when it must have been when I did the video, but like I was wearing it, and I know you were keeping an eye on it because I put it on like intentionally when at a meetup, and I was like trying it out because I've not owned a Marine Master 300 monocoque case like this because it is heavy, it is thick. Yeah, it was the Long Beach meetup, and it tends to flop around a little bit. But the fact that you paired it up with this Uncle's Beads of Rice and this clasp, the clasp makes a difference too. Um, I was wearing it and I was kind of like test driving it. I didn't know I was going to end up buying it from you, and you definitely weren't going to sell it at that point. But I kind of took it for a test drive, and I knew then I'm like, I could absolutely do this. So when the stars aligned and Todd was like, "Hey, do you want to buy it? I'm thinking about selling it." I'm like, shit. Um, I'm not really in a position. But you know what? Any of these watches, for the most part, unless I like sell a bunch and become like PayPal rich, I'm never really in a good position to buy a watch, if that makes sense. I think a lot of us operate that way, but you don't get too many opportunities to pick up this watch. And I trust the seller, right? And then on top of that, the price. Keep in mind, there's only 428 of these, and this is an actual desirable Marine Master 300. Beyond the fact that it's pretty scarce. Um, I mean, how many other opportunities am I going to get to pick this up at what price that Todd got it for me? Yeah, I mean, we joke that Todd is like my rich friend or whatever, but he's more in the same camp as me and the rest of you guys. Like we just make bad choices, and it sometimes may look like we're rich, but we're definitely not. Let's see. Duggar says, put it on a dive core strap. It's great. I will try that. I will absolutely try that because I have some nice dive core straps. But it's it is so good on this. Like it wears so good, and I have it. It's well, depending on what's going on with what I eat that day, but I can almost get a full rotation on it. So it's I even said it in the unboxing, like it's like Bruce loose right now. So, but I think that's how I'm gonna wear this. I think that's how I'm gonna wear this. So yeah, we're watch rich. Yeah, I'm rich. All my money's tied up in watches. That's definitely the case for Unique Finds Shop. I call him UFS. I just sent him a box, and I can't wait till he opens it. He'll post it up in the Discord, but I'm sure this is the first time I've ever shipped a box full of watches, 5 watches, and then used watch straps as packing peanuts. So imagine that, a 9 by 9 by 9, square box, cardboard box, put 5 watches in it, and then just dumped straps in it until it was full to the top. Folded the flaps over, taped it up. It weighed 9 pounds. It was 9 by 9 by 9 box, and it weighed 9 pounds. And sent it off to UFS. So it'll be pretty funny when he opens it up. It's it's exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be ridiculous. Straps versus packing peanuts. That's got to be a record. Well, I hate packing peanuts, and I do have some. So low key, don't tell anybody this. I know there's only like 60 of you guys in here. Nobody watches these lives, but um, if I send a package to you and I put packing peanuts in there, that's intentional. Like I didn't do that by accident. I didn't do it because I don't have other packing material. I put those packing peanuts in there because it was a passive aggressive move. Because I know when you open that up, it's going to make a little bit of a mess. Um, I hate it when people do it to me, but I definitely do it to other people, depending on and if I've sent you a package and there was packing peanuts in it, you probably did something to deserve it. It might have been subtle. You maybe didn't think you deserved it, but you did. Watch as your daily driver. I, so I just made a video of my most worn watch for 2025 and submitted it to Teddy Baldessar. Now I submitted it a little bit late, so I don't know if it'll make the cut or not. And I really struggled to come up with that because I have so many watches, like a lot of people that watch this channel. We also have a lot of watches, and um, I, I wear them all essentially. So, and I'll usually wear. I mean, more recently, I've been switching it up every day. If I follow the theme of the week, which I've been doing occasionally, and this week is actually really good. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can bring that up so you guys can see that. So if you go to the theme of the week, and this is the actually this will be good to see for other people too. If you're because the open enrollment for the Random Rod Discord is actually open right now. This is what it looks like. There's a lot of good things going on, but we're going to talk about just the theme of the week part right now. So if I'm like I don't know, I want to mix it up a little bit, I'll go follow the theme, which Kansas Eagle usually constructs it. Sometimes other people will as uh, host or pick the theme of the week. So if I scroll up till we get to the outline of it. So this week, Monday, today, fall color dials: orange, brown, red, yellow. That's why I wore the Raven today for the yellow. Obviously, I have a bunch of orange ones. I don't know that I have any brown dial ones, and I do have some red. So tomorrow is travel day, GMT or world timer watches. This is Thanksgiving week, so the theme is Thanksgiving. So a lot of this is gonna hang around that concept, right? So GMT tomorrow. That shouldn't be too hard. I have some GMTs. I'll wear GMT tomorrow. Wednesday, leather strap day. I already know exactly what I'm going to wear. Wednesday, and this is in the title of the live stream. I'm going in for a root canal on Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving. What could go wrong, right? So we'll see how that goes. But I'll wear something on a leather strap. The only watch I know for sure that's on a leather strap right now is actually my Longines Big Eye, but I might wear something else. I'm not sure. And then let's see. So Thursday, Thanksgiving Day. Hopefully, hopefully I can eat. Um, a day of watch that reminds you of how fortunate you have been. That's going to be pretty easy. Probably going to wear the Orange Monster. Friday, Black Friday, a watch purchase from prior year or a pick of one you bought today. Again, that shouldn't be too difficult. I'll figure out something. Saturday, rake some more leaves, a watch to wear outside working in the yard. We might have snow for then, but I'll figure out something. Sunday, time to take a break. Christmas, Hanukkah decorations, red, green, gold. I like the Sunday. I'm going to have to get creative with that one. Sunday is going to be fun. So, and you can see right here, Mac Danny, Orange Monster, SRP 309. Perfect. Mr. 37 Joel, the Ver yellow dial. Excuse me. Tar Heel Titan. It's on a wine. Okay. A Bulova red dial. Kansas Eagle wearing a Revolt chronograph with pops of orange and yellow. Not a lot of good color on that one. Steve D with not following the theme of the week. I'm not sure what he did. Shaken Not Stirred posted a Markwell candy yellow dial with a loom cast and a red dial bullhead chronograph. Tony posted up, what is that? Is that, oh, it's a Zelos, an orange dial Zelos with bronze case. I posted up the yellow Raven, of course, Jets with a Erebus orange dial. Carlos, kind of a brown colored, I forget that. How do you say that name? It's Japanese. Red dial Longines. That's, if I'm not mistaken, isn't that the Chinese New Year one, limited edition, if I'm not mistaken. Green dial from Mel Z. Full yellow G-Shock from Hot Shoe. What is this? Oh, Duckworth. Nice. From Tony BR. Another Seiko Orange Monster. A yellow Luminox. Another, this one, actually, Casey posted up. This watch, shockingly, is probably one of the most rare, unseen Seiko monsters. This is the third gen. I believe it's like an SBDC 2.3 or 2.5. I get them mixed up. One's black, one's orange. I always forget which one's which. It wasn't limited edition or anything like that. It's just incredibly rare. Like, you just go look for one. You will not find one, guaranteed. So that's crazy that you have that. Like, if you ever want to get rid of that, you let me know. John Page has a beautiful Bulova. Steve the Vet is rocking a red dial. Interesting color on the G-Shock from PETA. The Wook is wearing, I believe it's a Seiko 5KX. We have green dial, Legend Diver, blue dial Squale, orange dial GMT Seiko. This is a custom build, I think. Fulbus, Zal Baltimore, Random Rob Notice from Tennessee Mike, and the Devil Diver from Ginger Down Under. That's really cool. Okay, let's jump back to comments, shall we? Jason from Design is here. Greetings from Dubai. Fedora Gent, you guys are chatting back and forth. Oh, right there's Casey. Yes, sir. Third gen mod. Is it the 2.3 or the 2.5? I always forget. I want to say it's the, I think it's the 2.5. I think it's an SBDC 025 off memory. That's solid advice. If you haven't gotten into watches, don't get into them now. Aaron's watches just posted up something pretty cool. Too late for that. Let me scroll up. We're right next to Nebraska. Where's Kansas? Okay. Focus on the mashed taters. Yeah, I'm very well might be eating. I don't care, because my wife made her famous pumpkin pie, and I can eat that with Cool Whip, no problem. I don't have to eat the crust. I don't care. Let's see. Art just posted up. Rob is a car guy, and I just looked up what watch Richard Rawlings wears from Gas Monkey Garage. It's a Rolex Deep Sea Challenge, very chunky watch, $50,000. Woo! That's money. 4 o'clock Crown is here. Let's see. Hot Shoe 32's joining in. Usually blames his children for not being here, but that's okay. I didn't even look at it, Sammy. Let's see. The new G-Shock GWBI. Oh, is that the one with the I probably should pick up one of those. That would make sense to do that, because I basically said they were going to do that at some point. That's got the MIP screen or whatever. I think I'm dehydrated. Teddy's checking in from Delaware. But as far as digital watches go, I love my G-Shocks, but these RZE watches are freaking awesome. And they are really coming at it with different colorways. I just got this one today. I think they're sold out, but it is very military looking. an OD green case with the black on the top. So yeah, and it looks a little bit, it's not smaller, but I think just because it's all dark, it looks a little bit smaller. Very military looking. YZA. Well, yeah, I'm chewing on some PB&J. So yeah, but check that thing out. That looks great strap for that thing. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, the Eterna. Let me go grab the Eterna. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, so there's some interesting watches on the next. I'm not doing it in the main, or I'm doing it in the main Discord, not in the Buyers Club. So this is, it's a, I wouldn't say it's small. It's probably like 40 mil, but it's used. It's definitely got some wear on it, but what a great looking watch. Butterfly clasp. Not a huge fan of that, but very, very easy to read. Very stark. I mean, that's an ink black dial. And then with all that stainless steel, that just looks really good. That's a very good looking watch indeed. I can't turn the bezel. There it goes. It was just a whew. Whoever gets this might want to take it apart because I think this has been in salt water or something. There was, when I got that bezel to break loose, it sounds good and it turns fine. I think maybe just run it under a little bit warmer water and rinse it out might be okay. I had a little bit of crusty come out of there, which is usually like a little bit of, like if you were to pop that bezel off and clean that up inside there, there's probably like a little bit of 60 click. There's a little bit of I don't know what you call it, salt deposit essentially. I've had to do it even on my Monster because I've had it. Well, actually, I don't think I have taken the bezel off my Monster. I've done it on other watches, but um, usually if you're going to go in the ocean or in a saltwater pool or something like that, just run it under like more than lukewarm, but not really hot because you don't want to like submit it to that heat, and just rinse it off really good. It'll wash it out. It'll clean it up. This is such a comfortable watch, and I like the larger display. Very easy to read. It's not the correct time, but yeah, there's some interesting watches that are going to be on the next Sunday fun day, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to do it on Sunday. I'll probably do it beforehand. I gotta make the list and then price them out and stuff. That'll take a little bit of time, but I'll get it sorted. Man, I think I need some water. All right, what else is going on here? Let's look at the chat. Look at a used. Doug is looking at a used Bell & Ross. Any thoughts on the brand? I love them, and I think buying used with Bell & Ross could be to your favor for sure. They take a pretty good hit typically, depending on the model. There are some limited edition, special edition models that don't really drop in value. But if you're just looking for that iconic square, stark black with the white, super legible, if you're looking for that more traditional Bell & Ross, I think you can find some good deals. And there's even some quartz ones. I wouldn't sleep on those, depending on what your wrist size is, Doug. They might have a little bit smaller size, and they're even more affordable than their automatic counterparts. So, a lot of good options with the Bell & Ross. There's water in the PB&J. Well, I did put like 3 cubes of ice in there just because I wanted it a little bit cooler. But Aaron, I'd go grab that one too. Hold on a second. It's right around the corner. Hold on. And there's this guy too. Yeah, and all these watches they're a lot of stainless steel, and there's a lot of like scratched up stuff, so the prices are going to be pretty good on them. This is the Baume & Mercier. I'm not familiar with this watch to be completely honest with you. I'm not super familiar with it, but yeah, it's got that look, it's got that feel. I mean, check out those hands. Those hands are like angled sword hands. Like they're, these watches are like how they used to do these watches. In It's got a nice 120 click bezel. I think these are if you're gonna mess around and try to save some money and get like used watches, these are kind of the ones to look for. Stuff like this, like off brands that aren't super super popular, like the Eterna, the Baume & Mercier. Even this guy here, check this one out. It's got a nice bracelet. It's a Mido, whatever you want to call it. Chronograph. Check that out. On a nice Melanie strap. That's the factory strap or bracelet. Day date. It's not super thick. That's a good, clean, classic looking watch. And it's not a huge case either. It's a good looking watch. I don't know if I can do a lume shot on that. Ooh, it's got some nice lume. We'll do at the end. We'll do lume shot. I'll put it out there. Tony. Okay, I've never seen an Orient chronograph. Mike, I'll go get it. Hold on a second. I don't know why I just didn't grab them all. Yeah, these are unique pieces for sure. And hopefully I can keep doing this occasionally. I know there's going to be little breaks. And this is a quartz chrono, and it is a beautiful colorway. And this one is, I don't think Terry actually wore this one. So this one still has a little bit of plastic on it. This thing's still like new. Whereas the other ones are definitely worn. This one's like brand new. It might even be, is it solar? Those kind of look like they're solar panels. It might even be solar. Yeah, that's a really good looking chronograph. I can actually might even be able to put it on wrist. Let me check it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is a JDM only. Oh yeah, I can fit this on my wrist. This has never even been sized. How do I show wrist shot? I can't. That's what it looks like on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Some of these I should probably do videos on. I run out of time. All right, I gotta put the MM300 back on. Dr. Bob's Nightmare. Am I timed out? No, you're not timed out. But I think some people might be having issue with posting comments. Sam's dad's mustache wax. I see you, Dr. Bob. Some of the usernames and Sam's dad's, he used to comment all the time. I haven't seen you comment a ton more recently, so it's good to see you here still. Let's see. Some other people are texting me. I got something on the. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Thoughts on Venezianico? I've really grown to like the brand. I have this one in right now, a bronze, and this is the aluminized bronze case, so it'll just get like warm tones. It won't get like super green or anything like that in a brown dial. Great looking watch. I think they're putting out a lot of really good watches. So Aaron's watches says, "Don't join Discord until Sunday Fun Day." So, in case you didn't know the way the Discord works, I have two different Discords. There's the Buyers Club, which is originally the conception behind that was that massive haul of over 660 watches I had in. But then I got 100 here, 100 there, so I kind of just kept it rolling. And I'll still keep it around because if I do get a big batch of watches again, I think Buyers Club is the chariot to like get the job done. But when I get down to the smaller batches, the more unique watches like this, they really need to be offered in the format to my main Discord. So, and what are we at? I think Tennessee Mike knows right off the top of his head, but let me see here. In case you guys didn't know, Tennessee Mike is my right hand man there. We're at 135 for the 2026 season in the main Discord. So there's still some room there. I'm not sure what I'm going to cap it at though. Here, Robert, are you doing the review of the Alpinist? Yeah, it's actually, I have it. Where's that? Oh, it's right here. Yeah, I have it right here. Yes, I am. So I have the black one. I have that green dial, or like greenish blue dial, or whatever it is, and then I have the traditional, the new green dial one. So I have all three of them in right now. So thoughts on the new Jack Mason Pursuit Pilot Frost? I freaking love it. Let's go. Let me move this over here. Let's go hide that. Let's go stop screen share. Not that. This share screen window. Do this. I'll go here. And we will go, and I think he's doing a sale on all this stuff. I mean, everyone's doing a sale right now, but so you're talking about this guy here. We don't want all this. We want, so 15% off. You're talking about this guy here, the white dial. Now, I will say it does look white, but I think it's more of an opaline. It's not a stark, man, I'm trying to remember. There's no like solid good close-up. Does anybody own one of these in the chat? If I remember right, it's more of an opaline dial. It's not like a straight white. Yeah, see, here you go. See how it has like the shimmery effect to it? It's white, but it's kind of like if you bought a white car, but then it has like pearl paint, and then when you look at it in certain lights, you're just like, oh, this isn't like flat white. So it's still white though. It's gonna look white on wrist for sure, but like in certain lights or you look really close, it has that effect to it. That could be a pro or a con depending on what you want. I think it adds some dimension to it, but like also, I don't know. They're great watches. I want one, but I don't know that I want the white dial. I think I actually want. Let me back up here. I think I actually want this one. This green is such a good soft green. It works so good. It does very much look like the IWC, but at a fraction of the price. And the inspiration for the watch was Peter, the co-founder and main designer for Jack Mason. That's where he got the inspiration for the watch. And it's actually, if you go back a ways, there's a reason why they did the titanium Pursuit Pilot for their 10th anniversary watch, is because their first watch was designed after the IWC. This is an evolution of it. Now, in hindsight, there might be some people in the chat. I know Steve Vett has one. I don't know if anybody else has one. That 10th anniversary titanium version of this with the full Loomcast numbers and everything. In hindsight, I should have bought that watch. One might pop up used or something. I forget how many they made. They didn't make a ton of them. Yeah, 100%. Actually, I think you have one too. There's like 2 or 3 people in the Discord that have one. But yeah, it's an incredible looking watch. I like that green dial though. I think I'd be fine with that. So I was originally looking at the Canton Slate, which they're out of stock on for some reason, and there's no way to predict these things. But this thing keeps selling out, this particular colorway. So they have more coming. And actually, my buddy Paul, that lives down in Dallas region, he has one of these and he wears it and he loves it. I like the way that one looks, but it's a little more dressy than I typically go for. So I could definitely see myself going for the Pursuit Pro Hunter. I could own a few of these Jack Mason, the Pursuit Pro Hunter, and then the probably this guy. I think this one. Even though the white is predictable. Let me ask you this. Hypothetically, okay, what if I were to work with Jack Mason and we came up with the right color orange in the Pursuit Pilot, but in the titanium case? Would anybody buy it? Say we did like a run of 50 of them. It's going to be more money, but if we did 50 of those with the orange dial, maybe we could do 25. I don't know if you can do 25, but 50 of them probably. If we did like, it had to be the right shade of orange, preferably in titanium, stainless steel to make it more affordable. But like, I think this watch in an orange dial would be fun. Yeah, depending on the orange, yeah, I think you're right, Todd. I don't think you could go. I think you'd have to go with like this handset. You'd have to go this. It'd be orange dial with the black handset, and then I would pick a different color, maybe a full loomed. Actually, that would look good. A full loomed seconds hand. This case size. So this is it 39 or is it 40? The heck's the size on this thing? We'd probably have to keep it stainless steel to keep it more affordable. You jump up to the titanium, it's 39 millimeter, 46 lug to lug. The thing wears perfect. Well, we're still doing the Christopher Ward. The Christopher Ward is still happening. And I can probably show. I'm not going to show it. I have a few things in the work is the problem. And I actually just started another conversation with another brand about potentially doing something as well. So Gecko Dragons here. Aloha. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're still doing. A lot of these things are gonna have to be spaced out, Todd. Like we're talking. If I were to start having this conversation with Peter from Jack Mason, we're talking probably like late 2026, potentially even 2027. So because I got to be careful what I say, but I already have the Christopher Ward thing is kind of in a lock. Everyone's going to be getting their emails, and then potentially shortly after that, there is my most ambitious and exciting project so far. Like I'm blown away that somebody's able to make this happen. And this somebody is when it comes out, you'll be like, oh, that makes sense. This is the place. This is the brand that was the only one brand that was going to be able to do this for Rob. So that's going to hopefully happen early 2026, and then I have two other ideas floated out right now, or one like I submitted basically the design and I'm waiting on a render, and then I have another conversation going, and then I haven't even started the conversation with Peter. So I am not even familiar with that. Any thoughts about Mad Watch Collector's new Radcliffe collab with? Oh, I seen his videos. That looks like a great watch. I'm not going to pick one up, but it looks like a great watch. It's funny that and I would venture to say that if you were to talk to any of the YouTubers, the watch channels, none of us would have thought this is something possible, but it's like we're at the perfect time of the hobby where we have incredible brands that are taking risk and just doing really cool things. And then you have collabs with watch channels, which makes sense, but also doesn't make sense. Like with Jack Mason, they've been doing collabs with like bigger brands that make more sense. But doing collabs is interesting. Even some brands with other brands, like Notice and Raven work together to do a watch, so it's pretty cool. So there's a lot of interesting things happening within the watch enthusiast, at the enthusiast level, really is where it's happening. So it's pretty cool. I'm trying to think who, other than Jody, has anybody else started a brand? I mean, Jody started a brand. Some other channels or high level things, like Teddy has a brick and mortar, he has a store, but I'm sure that's like, it's not Teddy's store. It's probably like, there's more people behind that. There's some capital behind that. So let's see here. Eric's still enjoying the Random Rob Notice. Yeah, I think that one turned out great. And actually, I was just having a conversation with Wes about that. Yeah, and TGV, actually TGVs, let's check that out real quick, Dane. I want to show you that because that's most of you guys have probably already had seen this, but let me go back to screen share. Oh, Jason has his own brand, really two brands, but so if we go to watch buys, we go to Hanhart, this new this actually this one right here. This is Urban Gentry's new collab with Hanhart, and it looks fantastic. So it's a flyback chronograph, but these are pretty expensive. They're doing, I don't know if they're doing 200 total or if they're doing 200 on strap and 200 on bracelet. I don't know how many they're actually doing, but 12-hour bezel. I mean, look at the movement is just, see, I don't, this is confusing to me. Are they doing 200 or are they doing 200 on strap, 200 on bracelet? And why could I not? I just wanted to click on that, but you can see it. Blued column wheel. It's a manual wind, obviously. That's just a great looking watch. There's nothing wrong with that at all, other than it is reservations are open. It's kind of expensive. 3,500 on strap, 37, almost 3,800 on bracelet. So it's up there. James Duffy. I don't. Okay. I love the hand heart, but I'm also drunk on haterade. I'm assuming you're not a fan of Urban Gentry with that comment. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you on that too. Like, I mean, let me back up. I could do it, but I'm not going to. Also, I literally just purchased. Hold on, I do actually still have that. It's one of these. I don't know where it's at. How do I? You guys ever just like lose a watch? How do you lose a watch? Oh, it's right there. It was underneath a strap from another watch. Yeah, it's right here. Very cool watch. But I did just pick up, and I think I showed this before. This is the let me go back to screen share. I ordered one of these. Why is it doing it like that? That's weird. So yeah, that was 3,200. It was another $100 for the engraving I did on the back, so it was $3,300. I've wanted a Weiss watch. They did a 20. They did the titanium. They did the Land Rover gauge again. So it is what it is. All right, let me go back to this. Let me read some comments. A few of your favorite straps. Honestly, my favorite strap is probably, I mean, other than, well, let me just grab one. So I like the orange camo straps. There you go, Dane. I finally showed one. The Strap Habit orange camo straps. I like them. The printed on ones or the ones that are all the way through, either way. The printed on ones kind of have more character on them. And then I like these. Unfortunately, they don't make them anymore. These Zurich Horween leather, like retro padded type straps. I really like those. Oh, and then actually, I've turned into a bit of a strap guy, but these dive core straps, awesome. So there's so many great straps out there for sure. Dane, you love it, you know it. All right, let's hide that. Let me go back to the comments. Hannah's the bucket list for sure. Beautiful watches. They are, but let me go back to. I want to show you, and I'd like to get one on the channel at some point. The hand heart that I like is it's not a traditional hand heart. And actually, I noticed another YouTuber that I watch has been where I like these ones with the cathedral handsets. It's from the Pioneers. Those are cool. I really like those, but I want to try. Oh shoot! There's actually these new these ones are really cool too. And then they have the purple dial. I want to try this one. Yeah, this one. But it's $3,600. So the Primus Pilot Desert Sand. I want to try that one. It's 44 mil. I know it's a little bit big, and it's going to be like full dial and chapter, so it's going to look big on wrist. It's 15 millimeter thick. Lug width is 24. Like, I know it's going to wear big and look big, but um, I don't know. I think I would really like this watch. So the way those lugs work with that case too, they like pivot, so it's gonna feel like it has a shorter lug to lug. I think it's gonna wear good. Like if somebody has one of these, I wish Handheart or Watch buys won't work with a YouTuber, but um, I want a video on one of these. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it because it just doesn't make sense, and it's temporarily sold out. But um, they'll do more different versions of this one. So now I just want to listen to Primus. Primus is awesome. I do like Primus. Mr. LTE says, "Go big or go home." And I think this watch is a good one to do that with because it's going to look big and it is big, but I don't think it's going to wear big. I really don't think this watch wears big. Kind of like a Panerai. Panerais look big and they are big and stuff, but they don't really wear big. They're they're just comfortable. I like the skeletonized sword hand kind of system on it, and just a cool looking watch. And I don't like ordinary watches anymore. Like I wore the Tudor Black Bay 58 that I just had in that I sold. I wore that for an entire day thinking I'm like, this is such a great watch. This watch is perfect. I just read. I'm gonna read it out loud. I don't know if Greg wants me to read it out loud. The picture of urban gentry wearing the collab watch is like birth control for watches. I don't even know what that means, but it makes sense to me. Uh, which that comment doesn't make sense, but Greg, you don't come across as being super witty and stuff like that in most cases, but that comment, like, yeah, turn and face the strange. Mm, buy and flip. Yeah, I'm not that. A, you can't buy that watch because I think it was limited and it's sold out. And I'm reading the comments. You guys are funny. You guys are reciting the lyrics to a Primus song. When the best Primus song that's out there. All right, we're gonna do this. I think I'm technically allowed to do this. If I get copyrighted striked, it is what it is. I think if I talk over it, it's fine. They performed it live. He, I mean, he crushed that. He was full Cartman right there. And then that was Kenny muffling his voice. You can't hear it. I can turn it up. Hold on a second. Let me go back. I'll go back. Yeah, that was at played at Red Rock. It was so good. Have you guys ever looked up the what Kenny's saying when he's all muffled like that? Like the it's funny. Actually, it probably showed it on the screen. Um, Primus lived in my neighborhood. Yeah, I like Primus, but the fact that they did the theme song for South Park, which I don't know, iconic. I grew up on it, so mm. Let's see. Northern California claimed a lot of notable musicians. That's true. Kenny's verse changed throughout. Yes. So every time they did a different season where they redid the song or whatever, he like the fact that that cartoon or whoever wrote the song, Primus in this case, maybe, I'm sure it was written by the writers for Trey or whatever. I forget the two guys that wrote South Park, but or Trey Parker, right? The fact that they could have just did like the Peanuts thing, which I'm sure like in the classroom in the Peanuts, it's like all muffled, like womp, 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 womp. That doesn't mean anything, but like Kenny's muffled voice actually was written and then muffled. So like it's there's depth there, which is going to be for the deep dive fans later on, which is what's happened. So Eric, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Anna's verses were like they're pretty vulgar. They're really bad. Go look it up. If you haven't looked it up, go look it up. What is Kenny from South Park actually saying? It's bad. It's really bad. Okay, maybe we should get back to watches. Okay, let's see. I'm not. I'm not even gonna. Fedora Jen just posted up a Reddit on Kenny's lines in the opening theme song. There's YouTube videos of it and everything too, but yeah, I'm not gonna. Now you want a hand heart? Listen, the hand heart is. They make some great watches. A great German brand. They make some killer watches. They have some vintage stuff, some older stuff too that you can find. Maybe not vintage, but if you want to go down a rabbit hole, John, look at some older Fortis. Any of the old iconic brands. I mean, look at this. I posted a short of it. This is a Squale 1545, I think actually, or 1515. This thing is tiny. It's like 36 millimeter. Really cool small dive watch. All of these older brands have watches that you can go down those rabbit holes. Like they have history. Squale does. Like Squale when they first came out, they were making dress watches. They weren't even making dive watches. Doxa, excuse me, Doxa. They were making like dress watches. Squale has been making dive watches for other brands. So like if you can figure out what other brands they made the cases for, that's a separate rabbit hole you can go down. So you guys are hating on TGV. That's too bad. This Squale is really cool. I just changed the battery in it. I posted up a short today of it. Um, it's it's tiny, John. It is tiny. Like I don't. How do I explain to you how tiny it is? Let's hold it next to what's a watch you're gonna know. Well, you know what the big eye. Like you know how big the big eye is. So like this is roughly the same plane. Like almost any like what I would classify as like a normal watch would be this would be an escape pod for like a normal watch. Like you could fit this watch, say like you had a Berries, or I mean an Aries. Um, this watch would fit inside the Berries. I mean Aries. So yeah, I love. Todd says he loves the big eye, just not the price. Yeah, the big eye price is kind of weird in the sense that I don't remember it costing as much as it does. It's totally worth it. Don't get me wrong. But what is the titanium one like I have? Isn't it like over 4 grand? Like 4,400 or something? And the stainless steel one's probably like 36 or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Mm, true. True. You go back a ways and they were all kind of small anyway. Yeah, the titanium big eye is freaking one of my all-time favorite watches. Um, Probably not my most worn watch, but it's a rebuy and I absolutely love it. Let's see. 4,400 on the titanium. So then the stainless steel one's going to be what, 32 or something? Yeah, I actually owned that and I regret selling that. He made a 1521, or no, that was a maroon. Was it maroon dial? I don't remember what color that one was. I owned it though, the Lion 1521. 3 minute warning from Fedora John. Thank you very much. Just beautiful, Rob. Love that blue. Yes. Todd, let me see. I would love to see a three-hander in the style of a big eye case. Let me think about that. So Longines, I don't think you're right. Nobody. You know what would be the closest, Todd? It's not going to be the same, but why can't I spell? I think we should go look at this because Breitling did the top time, but in a three-hander. See how they have, and it's not the same, but it's the same. It's same, but different. Yeah, it's that. So they did top time three-hander, which is basically the same case as what's in the chronograph top time, but they went to the three-hander with date, and they have some other colorways too. This one might be one of the best ones. So this would be the closest one just off the top of my head that kind of fits that vibe to what you're saying. But yeah, I agree with you. If Longines were to make a three-hander with this is I think the critical component of this case. See how the lugs are? They're kind of like a hawk beak. Just they're like flat and kind of sharp, pointy. So if you were to reduce the thickness of the case, probably keep it titanium. All right, listen, Longines, if you watch this video and you want us to Yeah, the price of the yeah, I made it worse. I get it, Todd. Like the price of the Breitling's even worse than the Longines. But if Longines wanted to create, they typically pull from their heritage, but I think if they reached out to Todd and I, we would be willing, probably pretty cheap. All we'd want is the watch. I don't even think I want any money. Just give me the watch. I think we could do a grade 5 titanium, three-hander version to work in conjunction with the big eye. We could do a stainless steel one and a titanium. I want the titanium. Maybe even do loom cast numbers, make it a little more military vibe. Do the same kind of style of this petroleum dial, but do it in like an OD green. Um, I think Todd and I could work for Longines on this project. I already have some ideas. So Longines, if somebody over there watches this, Todd and I have a brilliant idea. We'll accept a free watch for payment, and I'm assuming people would wear them. I think it's a great look. I think it's a great design. Yeah, and Todd and I both agree. Titanium is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing material for watches for sure. Let's let me shoot out my UV ray here at some watches. Also, oh shoot, I need to get downtown and pick up. I ordered 3 more of these. Hopefully they still have them. This is the UV spotlight flashlight I use, and I picked up some spares. So I'm sending some out as gifts. It may or may not be wrapped in packing peanuts. You'll be happy you still got it anyway. I'm also slowly kind of building up some stuff for a 100,000 subscriber giveaway. So that will happen eventually. It might be May before it happens. Who knows how long it's going to happen. Let me go back to this screen and let's loom it up. There is a little bit of loom there. This screen is too bright. That's hindering it. There you go. There's some loom. That's not terrible. There's nothing incredibly bright out there. Oh no, it's not bad. They're not bad. That's pretty bright. So thanks for joining. I'll go live again later. I have this whole week off from my day job, so I'm doing some channel work, doing some root canals, eating some turkey, selling some watches. We're having a good time. So thanks for joining. I'll see you guys on the next video.